Hi everyone, welcome to the world of Clan Wars with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this might be a little bit different. This is a compilation of some of 1AR's pretty groovy, epic Clan Wars wins during Operation Gambit, the 7 vs 7 Tier 10 Clan Wars event that's been running on the Asian server and the Australian server for the last couple of weeks. Look, that's probably going to be about a month by the time this gets up and published. Now we'll fast forward it to just about 10 minutes into this replay on Abbey, and of course it's 1AR versus INA, Indian National Armour Division, and you haven't missed a great deal. 2 IS7s and 2 WZ1115As on 1AR's team, and 3 Russian mediums, Sick and Floppy the Meaty Cat, and of course Ramjet. Now that they have been, those Russian mediums have what they basically did, the only thing you've missed out on in this game is the Russian mediums taking over control of the Abbey in the middle, and also going all the way up this 8-9 line, all the way up to the top, and getting close to the base but not tripping cap. So and in doing that, of course the heavy tanks have accosted the west and found a mouse, and now they've just found the 113. Of course, those Object 907s as well as the Object 140 have gone all the way up near the base just to make sure there's nothing else camping there. Only 2 enemy tanks have been spotted as we get to below the 4-minute mark in the remainder of this game, and of course that's a Chinese 113 and the mouse, the old super heavy, the old German super heavy. Now we're looking from Von the Burglar's point of view right now. Von's keeping one eye down there on towards the left just to make sure the mouse doesn't come around that corner. 2 113s and a Super Conqueror have now been spotted. Of course, something has shot somebody. I'm not sure. It might be that Object 140 or maybe even Floppy over here, because there's one unspotted tank that's coming up. As we approach the 3-minute mark on Abbey, it's 1AR versus INA, Indian National Armour Division. A third 113 gets lit in the central northwestern part of the map, I guess you could say. I guess you could probably say that this is not an unusual place to camp on Abbey. And as we have a look, continuing to look from Von the Burglar's point of view in his WZ1115A, this is where it all gets pretty fast and furious. 2 minutes 45 left on the clock. We've got 2 Russian medium tanks on the cap circle, and of course they're trying to basically cause a distraction while these heavy tanks go and have a good all-in brawl with the enemy heavy tanks, trying to throw the guys from 1AR to maybe distract them from not getting on the cap. The Switchwagon 103B gets hit by Von the Burglar. Von the Burglar on 1,032 hit points. They're looking 32 hit points of damage done. Of course, that's Switchwagon Swedish tank destroyer backing right out of there. You can see the IS7s on the mini-map around there. They seem to be doing okay with the 2 113s. One of the 113s down to 328 health. The other one on a little bit more. Von the Burglar loses his ammo rack as he's going after the Switchwagon. Decides to forget about the Switchwagon and get rid of this immediate threat, which is a 113. He's still got a damage ammo rack. He's going to have to fix it sooner or later, one would imagine. It is all fast and furious action on Abbey. Maybe he's a little bit unsure now. Fixes the ammo rack now. He's probably been thinking, why the hell has my reload taken so long? We've all been there, folks. Floppy the Meaty Cat in the Object 907 moving forward and really giving a hard time to the 907. They're going for the sandwich maneuver. Here we go. This is about 1AR shenanigans. Have a look at that. They've got the Switchwagon up on his edge. He's on there. Von gets the kill with a little bit of ram damage, takes some damage himself, and of course, there goes. Thaddeus goes down to the 113. The 113 goes down to Floppy. 6-3 is the score now. Of course, they've left the cat. There's only one enemy tank left, and that is the Super Conqueror. And a little bit of argy-bargy on Abbey, as featured on a Saturday night shenanigan night at 1AR. Von the Burglar still looking towards that Super Conqueror. Shoots him, doesn't make a dent. The 1-minute mark goes off. Everyone's got a kill. Well, almost everyone's got a kill. 2 kills to Floppy. 7-3 in the end. That pretty comprehensive victory up against INA, the Indian National Clan. Let's have a quick look at the result before we get another replay ready for you. Von the Burglar, that was his point of view. Von the Burglar ended up with 2,137 hit points of damage. Very good spread of damage going on there. 3.5 to Floppy in his Object 907. Of course, the Object 907 is one of the tanks that you could get as a reward for participating in Operation Gambit. 2600 to be old mate Blackjacks. 2800 to Thaddeus. He's no stranger to this channel. Ramjet did his job there. Ravi unlucky in that one, but have a look. Wait for this next one, which is going to be more fast and furious action. The game went for over 14 minutes there, and of course he even made a few credits, but he doesn't use credits to pay for his gold ammunition. That could be why. That's my old mate Von the Burglar in the WZ111-5A. That's the new Chinese heavy tank that came into the game a couple of patches ago. As we move into the second game, there's going to be 5 replays featuring 1AR and Operation Gambit. 7 versus 7 Tier 10 clan wars on the Asian server. This is against NCS, North Central South. NCS, I thought that was a TV show. Now, don't blink, whatever you do, while you're watching this replay, because this is going to be fast and furious. Floppy the Meanie Cat in the 113. Ravi the Aussie Seagull in the WZ111-5A. We've got a Batchat, 2 Object 907s, Ramjet and Thaddeus. Sicken in the TVP T5051. And Fury returns. Just cannot wait to get that Russian light tank out into a Clan Wars battle, the T100 LT. And have a look, we're all 7 enemy tanks have been spotted, and this is maybe NCS are going for a few memes. They've bought 7 Batchats. Let's see how the boys from 1AR put up with this one. We're looking from Ravi's point of view. Ravi shoots and misses one of the Batchats. You can see a Batchat on very low health there. Of course, Sicken went down pretty early to one of the Batchats. Of course, it's to one of the Batchats. Who else would there be? Ramjet picks up a kill. Benny the Bot picks up a kill. And it looks to me like possibly these enemy Batchats might be on the reload, as Ravi the Aussie Seagull picks up his first kill, getting rid of, you guessed it, another Batchat. 3-2 the score now. Ravi on 1,018 damage. 3 all now. They're slowly coming back. There is a 907 there. I thought it was all Batchats. 6 Batchats and 1 Object 907. 3 all. They're moving right in there. Pretty safe bet to say that those Batchats will still be on the reload. The game's only 90 seconds old. Ravi looking towards maybe a kill shot on that Batchat over there in the east. 3 enemy tanks left, and they're all Batchats. It looks like one of them might have run away. Ravi finds one of them, shoots and misses the Batchat. Sandkin Wood. That's a pretty cool looking in-game name. 4-3 the score now. It looks to me like that Batchat might still be loaded. Turns off the auto and aim and puts the shot into. Thaddeus unfortunately goes down, and Ravi bounces a shot from that last remaining Batchat. It's 2 versus 1 there. Not as I thought. This might have been a bit of a ruffle stomp, as those enemy Batchats may have been on the reload, and it looks like he might be trying to run away now. Ravi gets a shot into him for 455 damage, and in the end, not as I thought. When I saw the result of that one, I thought it might have been a little bit more like a whitewash, but it was Murovanka. It was 1AR clan versus NCS. NCS North Central South. Not exactly sure whereabouts they come from, but Ravi the Aussie Seagull having an absolute ripper. That's why he sent me this replay. 3,368 hit points of damage, 3 kills. 2 kills to Floppy. Thaddeus certainly did his job, 2,300, and of course a good spread of damage going on there from the lads in 1AR clan up against NCS with 6 Batchats, and they've even put that in. Ravi even put that in the description. 6 Batchats. Look, maybe it would work. Maybe it could have worked. Like they didn't. They only really won by 2 tanks, to be fair. And I think Ravi did block a little bit. I only blocked 1 shot. Just looking at how many. See, the Thaddeus blocked 780. Ramjet blocked 1,170. 1 shot there to Fury. I think it's the block damage that won it for 1AR, in my opinion. You know, unless you look at how many shots hit, 10 shots fired, 7 pen. Some of them penetrated less than half their shots, the guys from NCS. But certainly a little bit of fast and furious action on Murovanka, featuring 1AR and NCS. Now let's move on to something that might not go for quite that quick. This is Struth, the clan commander from 1AR clan. Struth in a different team to what you just saw with Ravi and the boys in Murovanka. This time it's Prokorovka, and they're up against CAD, Control Alt Destroy. CAD, they're a pretty active clan as well. I've got a feeling that they're Aussies as well, Aussies and Kiwis maybe. Struth in the Object 140, Bickety Bam also in the Object 140, Von the Burglar in the 907, Matthew 1 in the T62A, 2 IS7s, Andy and Empoy and Wildebeest wildebeest in the old faithful Super Conqueror. Keep your eyes out for another replay featuring a Super Conqueror pretty soon. In fact, it'll be at the end of this video, featuring a pretty dank tanker, if I may say so myself. Now, this game not going quite so fast and furious as the last two games. The first game, you got to bear in mind there was about 10 or 11 minutes of hurry up and wait happening on Abbey, and of course Murovanka was just an all-in brawl. Looking at the minimap, you can see the Super Conqueror going down the 6th line. He's still on full health, wildebeest. And of course, that Super Conqueror probably trying to get vision on whatever might be here in the middle and possibly towards the east. Just 2 tanks spotted, the Batchat 25T and the Object 140. 2 IS7s in a bit of a hold down position just down there. T62 and 2 Object 140s as well as a 907. 907 sort of going up to where you often see light tanks go up in that direction over there. That's my old mate Von the Burglar. Anyway, Struth opens his account, Clan Commander. That's why he's a Clan Commander, folks. He opens his account and puts a shot into the enemy Object 140, and it's just a case of showing a little bit of patience. It's just 3 enemy tanks spotted thus far. The T-57 heavy auto-loading American heavy tank. The Batchat 25T, that's a tank which needs no introduction, and the old faithful Object 140 on the enemy team. You can see on the minimap where they were spotted, the 140 and the Batchat, spotted in the middle trying to get vision of these IS7s and the Conqueror and possibly whoever might be back here. T-57 spotted camping back there at J2. The score is still 0-0. Struth's picked up one shot of damage, looking towards where the Batchat was. The IS7 maybe blocking the way. Maybe that means maybe Struthy should move up a little bit. I'm not too sure, but it looks like he might have shots there if those medium tanks pop over the ridge. E100 gets spotted down not too far from where the T57 heavy was. He puts one shot into. He's got heat rounds loaded, and that's what he wants to use up against the E100. Puts a shot into him, takes him down to 1479 hit points, and they need to keep chipping away. Looks like Struth might have just tracked him there. They want to keep him lit. Von will be soaking up the assisted damage. Put another shot in there. That one gets him for another 316. Brings his damage up to nearly 1,000, and that E100 down to 444 hit points. Hopefully somebody else can get a shot onto that E100. Of course, he's just backed off out of spotting distance, I guess, for Von the Burglar in the Object 907. Shot just misses the top of the Batchat. He's kicking back there. He got 363 assisted damage from tracking that E100. 0-0 still the score, but the E100 is on pretty low health, and he'll be feeling a little bit concerned. It looks like they might be camping the south, the 1-2 line, J1, J2. They might be camping that with heavy tanks. Who knows? But they're clearly looking at trying to get rid of these medium tanks in the middle of the map first. Struth from 1AR, Clan Commander in the Object 140. The old faithful Russian T10 medium tank, the hover tank, a lot of people call it. Something just hit that IS7 for 740 hit points. I reckon that could have been the E100 back there at J2. He might have even gone back a bit further. Not too sure. Employ pinging the map saying maybe we need to start moving a little bit forward to try to get some more vision on these tanks. Just 4 enemy tanks out of the 7 have been lit. The E100, which of course last time we saw was down to 444 hit points. The T57, who I'm not sure if anybody got a shot on the T57. He's a little bit out of draw range for Struth. And the Batchat 25T with the Object 140. And they're both running around the middle. There's the Batchat on full health. And the Object 140, I think, might have taken 1 or 2 shots from the 1AR lads. Like I said, this one going for a little bit longer than, well, certainly the last game. We've just gone over the 5-minute mark. There's just under 10 minutes to go. And let's see what the 1AR lads do. You can see looks like he's taken 255 damage, the Super Conqueror. 255, what would that be? Mate, that's an odd... It's an odd amount of health to lose in a tier 10 battle. You see the calls obviously came. I can't see anyone pinging the map. Maybe Andy22 might be calling this one. Not too sure. Looking at just who's pinging. Clearly I wasn't in this one, but the Object three of the Russian mediums, so 3 of the 4. So Von the Burglar staying back here at D1 for vision. The other 3 coming back over here, and you can see Biggity Bam's found an Object 140, and they need to go in and help him. Struth puts a shot into the side of the enemy Object 140. Matthew does the same. Biggity Bam, I think he's doing the same. Struth, he continues to unload his gun into there. I couldn't see any shots coming from that Super Conqueror, which is interesting. Struth fires on the run, puts a shot into the tier 10 British heavy tank, and this is what happens in Clan Wars, especially 7 versus 7. You identify the overmatch and exploit it. 333 more damage into the Super Conqueror, takes him down to 831 hit points. That Object 140 still on 1534, and imagine Struth and Matthew both have a hit point advantage. As soon as they get rid of that Super Conqueror, that'll be a very big advantage. Now they really need to brawl, push into this Object 140, get rid of him. If Struth's tracks eat that last shot, and he'll be saying, "Come on, Matthew, come and help me. I've tracked the Object 140." He's moving around. He wants to stay away, keep this guy from finding his weak spots and moving. Struth does lose his ammo rack. He hasn't fixed it yet in the heat of the battle, but in the end, Matthew in the T62A does his job, gets rid of the Object 140. That brings the score up to 4-1. 4 tanks have been killed, and those 4 tanks are the Batchat, who was clearly put out in the middle. 2 Object 140s and the Super Conqueror killed over here in the east. What's left? Just 3 enemy tanks. The E100, who, remember we last saw that E100 on 444 hit points. The T57, who we haven't seen for some time, camping down here at J2, and one mystery tank, if you like. It looks like Matthew and Struth both going to go over the eastern hill, I guess you could say, just to make sure there's not something up here sniping away, which I wouldn't be too surprised if it is. That Super Conqueror, remember that Super Conqueror lost about 200 hit points in one shell not too long ago, so that was either high explosive. I don't think it was artillery. It could have been a T100 light tank. Could have been a light tank shooting from this hill. Who knows? Let's see how we go as Struth from 1AR moves over the eastern hill on Prokorovka with his old mate Matthew 1, and they're just trying to find what else might be down here in the southeast corner. And I'm tipping once they clear this area, or at least get vision in on this part of the map, then these guys will probably start moving forward. That Super Conqueror on about, was it 1300 last time we saw him? 2 I7s, obviously we can't see them, or Von the Burglar in the 907 on the western part of the map. But once, looks like Struthy's going to get up here onto this railway looking for vision. Remember, there's still 1 tank that's no longer spotted. Maybe Struth's calling this one. He's just pinged K1, K2, and we know there's only 3 enemy tanks left, and we guess maybe the IS-7 and the Object. The 2 IS-7s and the Object 907 could start rolling forward, trying to get vision down here. They're probably the most likely. Well, the 907, if he moves forward, is probably the most likely tank to get vision on those 2 heavy tanks. Struth just getting forward into this bush. Matthew 1 back there on the railway line, looking for vision down the southern part of the map. The score's 4-1. There's just under 6 minutes left on the clock timer. They shouldn't need it to get rid of those 3 remaining tanks. Remember, the E100 just on 444 hit points, which will be 2 shots for any tank left on 1AR's team. The score's 4-1, and Struth saying, no worries, hold my beer. You can see the Conqueror on nearly 1400 hit points. The 2 IS-7s on 1700, and I think Von the Burglar might come into our view range there. Von's on full health in the 907, and let's see what Struth's going to do. Struth's going to try and just get some vision here, and of course with the Object 140, the Object 140 does have decent gun depression for a Russian tank. He finds the E100, picks up the spotting damage. The IS-7 says, no worries, hold my beer, I've got that. And that makes the score 5-1, just 2 tanks left. The T57 heavy, there's still something that we don't know. This is CAD, these guys are no dummies, and it's a E4. It's an E4, which Struth just bounced the shot in the Object 140. This is why Struthy's volunteered for this job. You can get down into this ridge line, just get some vision on these guys, and very unselfishly just get vision on the 2 remaining tanks, the T110E4 and the American T57 heavy, the auto-loading heavy tank. And there's the T57 on full health. That's why they're staying a little bit conservative. These guys staying on the edge of the circle, you can see the spotting circle for Struth. These guys just staying on the edge of the circle so that they can see the E4 and the T57 Heavy when Struth lights them up. But they don't need to risk their health. Just shoot away. Even though the score's 5-1, I guess you could say, rightio, all in. But might as well go for the extra fame points. Struthy really soaking up the assisted damage here, up to 4,122, nearly 3,400 damage done. He would love to pick up another kill, and unfortunately he gets killed. Of course, we're looking in free cam mode there as Struthy got taken down by the T57 Heavy. Matthew says, no worries, hold my beer, I've got this. Puts one shot into the T57 Heavy and Andy 222. Does the right thing in the IS-7. Takes his third kill, tops the score for kills at least, and in the end, a good comprehensive win against CAD on Prokorovka with 1 AR. Struthy in the Object 140, not a bad game at all. You can see why he sent me that replay, 3,585 damage, 2 kills, 1119 base experience. Matthew in the T62A also having a ripper with 4,000 hit points of damage. Andy with his 3 kills, not too bad at all. And Von the Burglar would have picked up a decent amount of spotting there as well, 2,257. Good team effort by 1AR. Unfortunate for Biddy Bam to get taken out in that brawl when they were pushing on the eastern side of the railway line. But, not too bad at all in a game that went for 11.5 minutes. Sometimes that's what you need to do in Clan Wars. Sometimes you need to wait it out, I guess, and see what the enemy are going to do. That's right, that's what happens sometimes. Here we go, this is battle number 4. Battle number 4 in this. There's five replays in today's video. Featuring 1AR, it's a Clan Wars extravaganza, Operation Gambit extravaganza. And this time it's a different team by the looks of it on Prokorovka. This time against INA, Indian National Armoured Division. Same team that you saw on... What was that map? Very hard to say. Anyway, this game features Ambush Predator. Ambush Predator, hell of a nice guy. He's one of the recruits from the North American server he got on board not too long ago. My old mate Thaddeus, IMC Jimmy, Tugboat, Please Don't Hurt Me. That's a pretty cool name. Untouchable Gilly, and Fury returns, and he must have been. They've clearly Fury. Pardon me. Fury's been wanting to get that T100 light tank out into a Clan Wars battle for some time, and it looks like he's already done pretty well. Getting into that spotting bush on the western flank of Prokorovka, and he would have picked up a decent amount of assisted damage there as the enemy T100 light tank got taken away. Lots of medium tanks in this replay from 1AR. IMC Jimmy, Tugboat, and Please Don't Hurt Me, all in Object 140s. Untouchable Gilly in the 907. Of course, that's one of the reward tanks for Clan Wars. Bit of a touchy topic, the old Clan Wars reward tanks. Let us know what you think in the comments if you think it should be made a little bit easier to get one. Ranking in the top 1400. No longer just enough to win a tier 10 reward tank in a Clan Wars campaign. Now, not only do you have to rank in the top 1,400, but you also need to... to pay for it with bonds. That's the bottom line. You've got to pay for it with bonds. But anyway, here we are. We're on Prokorovka. Prokorovka, a bit of a campy map. Score still 0-0. 2 more tanks just did damage to somebody. You can see Fury returns. Maybe got a little bit too brave over there in the central part of the map. He looks like he's taken a little bit of damage. Can't see anybody being stunned. I very much doubt it's artillery. Often in a Clan Wars game, when you have those dots on the scoreboard, sometimes it is artillery, because of course often artillery do damage without being lit. But the enemy team have got an IS-7, a Super Conqueror, a Stutzwagen 103B, and the T100 light tank. Now we know the T100 light tank's on pretty low health. I reckon he might even be a one-shot for any tank or any medium or heavy tank that's left on the 1AR team. The score is 0-0. I'm just going to speed this one up a little bit. We're looking from Tugboat's point of view. He sent me this replay. Pretty safe bet to say that he's done quite well in this battle. And of course, sometimes you do need to just... doesn't quite have a shot on the Super Conqueror by the looks of it. Just having a cheeky look over there. Sometimes you do have to wait it out. And I guess similar to WGL, sometimes you see with this 7 versus 7 tier 10 format, sometimes you just see that the teams waiting it out, looking for the overmatch, looking for where you can do 5 versus 2 or something like that, and pushing that advantage, and then from there pretty much taking the win. Similar to how Tier 6 Clan Wars used to be, and Tier 6 skirmishes still are with that 7 versus 7 format. 0 all, still the score on Prokorovka. Tugboat is on 354 hit points. I'm tipping he's going to get a few more since he is the one that sent me the replay. Looking towards that enemy T100 light tank on 242 hit points. Of course, that's a one shot for any one of the mediums, that's for sure, and certainly either of the heavies. 0-0. 2 Super Conquerors, 4 Russian medium tanks, including the Object 907, 1 Russian light tank on 1AR's team. Still 2 tanks unaccounted for on the enemy team, in INA's team. Just sped it up just at the right time. Tugboat blocks a shot from the E3. He also did pick up a little bit of damage there, so he's blocked 750 damage. He's also put in 705. He did get lit there, possibly got lit by that Super Conquerors, maybe even the T100 light tank in the middle of the map. Just speed this up again, because I know this one does go for a little bit of time. Still 9.5 minutes left on the clock. It looks like the mediums are starting to move forward. Tugboat in the Object 140. IMC Jimmy in the Object 140. Please don't hurt me in the Object 140. Untouchable Gilly in the 907. They've found the T110E3. Tugboat takes a shot and misses, but he keeps moving. He wants to make himself a difficult target as possible. And this is what I'm talking about with the overmatch. It might be a big, heavy hitting, American tank destroyer. They've also found that Stridsvagen 103. Tugboat thinks no worries. Get rid of him first. That's that Stridsvagen very kindly showing his side. So Tugboat putting a couple of shots into the side of the Swedish tank destroyer. Is down to 871 hit points. Slows down to aim. Only one more shot is all that Stridsvagen should need. Tugboat says no worries. Hold my beer, I've got this. Untouchable Gilly picked up the kill in the T110E3. He was doing pretty much the same thing that Tugboat was doing, focusing down that heavily armoured American tank destroyer, and now it's a case of making the most of these cheeky shots from the south. And this is what you often see. You see this in WGL as well on Prokorovka, the North Spawn taking this 1-2 line and then putting shots into whoever's left in the middle. But of course you can hear one enemy tank is on the base. The score's 2-4. IMC Jimmy, Tugboat and Untouchable Gilly, they've got to do this all alone now. They're down by 1 now. 3-4 as Untouchable Gilly picks up his second kill, getting rid of the Super Conqueror. The score's 3-4. Now of course with the enemy have one tank sitting on the base. We know that because we can see that right up the top. So down here where we're looking, it is a 3 versus 3 battle, but oh, TB, you needed to hit that one. That IS7 on 1800 hit points. Clearly looking towards Jimmy, and this is a kind. There you go. You don't miss shots like that. Straight into the side of the IS7. Now that IS7 is tracked, but they just need to focus this IS7 down, get rid of him. As the Object 140, you can see that's IMC Jimmy going back to the base to get vision on the base and possibly a reset. He's only got 10 seconds to go. IMC Jimmy just got hit by the IS7. And he's going to have to YOLO this one. Untouchable Gilly and TB coming back towards where that T100 light tank was last seen. And it's a Batchat 25T on the cap. Along with the T100 light tank, it looks like Jimmy might have put a reset in, but he has lost a hell of a lot of his health. What's Jimmy down to? 387 hit points. TB heading straight for the cap. Untouchable Gilly picks up the kill on the T100 light tank. Unfortunately, IMC Jimmy goes down. 5 all the score now. 2 versus 2. TB takes a shot, does he? Doesn't quite land the shot on the Batchat, and there's an IS7 on full health. This is going to take a little bit to win this. Tugboat on 2 kills, 2,616 damage, 750 blocked, 576 assisted damage. Untouchable Gilly on 3 kills. The score's 5 apiece. Now that Batchat, I don't think that Batchat will be too far from being reloaded, but that Batchat is on pretty low hit points. So I'm tipping that these 2 Russian medium tanks, with 1 shot each, would probably kill the Batchat. I'm not sure. probably not a good move going for the cap, and it doesn't look like that's what they're going for. IMC Jimmy pinging the one line saying, well, just kick back over there, wait for them to make a move. I'm tipping is the probably the call. Now bear in mind that IS-7 is out here in the open. If they can get some vision on that tier 10 Russian heavy tank, they might be able to get a few cheeky shots in to take him down to a more manageable level. Remember, he's on 2,400 hit points. TB lucky enough, or Tugboat lucky enough to be on 1,900 hit points, which is full health for the Object 140. And of course now we know one enemy tank is on the base. Is it the IS-7 or is it the Batchat? You would imagine it would be the IS-7. The IS-7, they were both last seen pretty close to the enemy, pretty close to Tugboat and Untouchable Gilly's cap circle. However, that Batchat looked like he was running away. He was heading this way. He might have come back. Of course he might have come back. Maybe the Batchat's on the base and the IS-7's going to try and deflect these two Russian medium tanks from going back. But TB being on full health, he's going to be the first one to try and get vision on that cap circle. Untouchable Gilly looks like he's taking up position to snipe away at the IS-7. Now TB's definitely lit there. He put a shot towards the IS-7. Does not land it. Doesn't reset either. This is going to be interesting. He does get that shot through frontally. Untouchable Gilly moving into a forward position now. TB on full health, but Untouchable Gilly going forward and using those bushes to make it as hard as possible for the IS-7 to see the Russian medium tanks. It looks like Gilly just put a shot into the heavily armoured Russian heavy tank, the IS-7. Now TB, you might have noticed down the bottom, he's out of premium rounds. 320 damage, 330 penetration, only 264 penetration with the APCR rounds, which is standard. Finds the Batchat. The Batchat not on that higher health. Gets double pushed, but he gets lit by the IS-7, I think. Loses his ammo rack and 502 hit points. Now that siren would be getting pretty annoying by now. The Batchat last seen just on the other side of Untouchable Gilly in the 907. TB on 1,400 hit points. Gets another 300 into the IS-7. Resets the cap again. Of course, it's a minute and a half to cap fully. So I really think that this IS-7 is in a little bit of strife. Not only is he out in the open, of course, he certainly doesn't have enough time to cap this one out. TB gets spotted again, this time by the Batchat. Shoots and critical hits a Batchat. Takes him down, takes TB down to 538 hit points. 3,610 damage done. The IS-7 is stubbornly staying on that cap. I think that IS-7 might be quite possibly tracked or getting chipped away from Gilly. I really think they probably want to get rid of that Batchat. Doesn't want to take that shot, Tug. But anyway, 5-all's the score. 55 seconds left on the cap timer. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the in-game thing. The Batchat on 900 hit points. You can see Gilly just put a shot into the IS-7. That'll go through. Shoots and tracks the Batchat. Takes him down to 633. TB does get spotted, but he's got those buildings sitting between him. It looks like Gilly might be getting the resets in, and TB having shots at the Batchat. The Batchat clearly he's got a full clip now. He's going straight for Untouchable Gilly, but Untouchable Gilly says, hold my beer, I've got this. Picks up the kill on the auto-loading French Tier 10 medium tank. Just one enemy tank left. It's the IS-7, and he's down to... what's he down to? He's down to a bit less now, 530 hit points. TB does get lit, puts the house between him and the IS-7, and he'll just be kicking back, waiting here. IS-7 clearly looking towards Untouchable Gilly, who's having an absolute ripper of a game, and now we can't help feel sorry for the IS-7. Nah, we don't actually. Untouchable Gilly picks up 5 out of the 7 kills in that 7 versus 7 Clan Wars battle on Prokorovka. And I tell you what, that wasn't too bad a result at all. The two Russian medium tanks doing it in style on Prokorovka up against, what is it? INA, Indian National Armoured Regiment or something like that on Prokorovka. Let's have a look. Untouchable Gilly certainly had an absolute ripper, doing nearly 5,000 hit points of damage, 5 kills. TB with 4.5. Jimmy did his job, 2,500. Remember, he was the one that got those resets. when it was looking like when they had 2 tanks on the cap, and of course he had to do that one. Fury being persistent with the T100 light tank. He certainly got some assisted damage there, and that's what I was talking about. TB cost him a few credits, but that's what you come to expect in Clan Wars. A very, very good result against INA on Prokorovka, as we come to our 5th and final Clan Wars replay for Operation Gambit, featuring the featuring 1AR, and you guessed it, folks. I don't know how I got a game, but every now and then when they ask for something weird and wonderful tank, such as the Super Conqueror, every now and then they'll give me a run. This is Tundra, and Tundra up against Lancers, another Australian clan, another very, very active Australian clan. Geordie Bro calling this one with Slaw Blair, Von the Burglar, and myself, and Struthy, all in Super Conquerors, Thumper in the Object 907, and Please Don't Hurt Me in the big bad American tank destroyer, the T110E4. Geordie Bro having a good time there. Thumper over there going through the buildings, having a little bit of a look down the bottom. All the Super Conquerors going straight forward. Now don't blink too much, because this is going to be one of those fast and furious battles. And of course, if you think this is for you, maybe think about applying for 1AR. Bear in mind there are 3 clans in the 1AR group. There's 1AR, which is generally tier 10 centric, I guess you could say. 2AR, which are more tier 8 kind of stuff. And of course there's 1ARM, which is just for the casual players who really don't want to play too competitively in clan wars and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure if you're looking for a good Aussie clan, one of those clans could be the ones to suit you. Who knows? Geordie Bro picking the map like a champion. You can see we've got 5 Super Conquerors, 1 Object 907, and a T110E4. Just kicking back there. An E3 gets lit. I'll start moving forward here. Geordie Bro says, Stewie, don't poke your head over the top. They'll blow your head off, and you'll be back in the garage as quick as you can say, what the hell was that? 5 Super Conquerors, 1 Object 907. The Object 907, you can see on the minimap, getting nice and aggressive down here, getting some good vision. Something just hit somebody. We just heard it. We don't know who it was. That's Mwahaha, the Dr. Evil, they call him, the bloke in charge of Lancers. And what's been spotted? Super Conqueror up on the hill. 2 T110E3s, 2 Object 907s, and of course those medium tanks pushing on our 907. And a call's going to be made pretty soon to make sure, try and save Thumper. Thumper's down to 700 odd hit points. Somehow I get a shot into the 907. Nothing wrong with aiming there. Unfortunately, Thumper goes down. There's a tracked 907. That one doesn't go through. Gee, Stewie, what are you putting this replay up for? That's what you're all thinking. I can't tell. The 907 gets lit again. That's Basil. Got rid of him. Please Don't Hurt Me picked up the kill there. 723 hit points of damage for stewiejp in the Super Conqueror with the Aussie flag on it too, from memory. Yep, there it is. Anyway, we're looking down. I think we're looking down towards those medium tanks. Lawbear and Von and myself go down to get them. That 907 is only on 164 hit points, and I think the Object 140 might not have too much health left either. There's the Object 140 on 1100. stewiejp looking for a cheeky kill shot. Decides it's not going to be up for grabs. Puts the shell into the Object 140 instead. Von the Burglar picks up the kill on the 907, and Geordie Bro says, Stewie, get back here. Get back here. Just those two can get the Object 140. And I think at this stage he even called Slawbear back as well. Got plenty of faith in Von. And now this is where it's time to farm some damage. The boys from Lancer clearly can see Geordie Bro in the Super Conqueror. Geordie Bro says, save, get me out of here. Struthy down to 15 hit points, 3 1s to score, and stewiejp putting shots into the T110E3. That one's down to 470 hit points. Of course, you got to try and focus fire when you can. Take him down for another 406, 2,724 damage done. Wouldn't mind a kill at all. There you go. Thank you very much. Trying to save Geordie. Hashtag save Geordie Bro. 4 2s to score. 2,788 damage done. Looking at another E3. Shot him. I might have tracked him there. Not too sure. No, I don't think I did. Slawbear puts a shot into the E3. Geordie Bro saying, you're joking. Don't tell me I'm going to survive this. And the E3 goes down. But of course, the other Super Conqueror clearly looking towards Geordie Bro. Unfortunately, that shot doesn't go through. The E3 and the Super Conqueror goes down. Another Super Conqueror pops up out of nowhere. At this stage, I was pissing myself laughing. No idea what that shell went. I thought it was aimed towards the lower plate. 3,611 damage up my sleeve. Still moving forward. Shoots, damages, and tracks the Super Conqueror. Slawbear puts a shot into. He clearly fixed his repair kit. Slawbear, get the hell out of me way. Hold my beer, I've got this. 4,477 damage. He's down to 628. That's the last enemy tank. Clearly got XVM enabled because he shot me again. 4,837 down, and Slawbear picks up the final kill. And I'm pretty happy with that performance. Unfortunately, Geordie Bro, Thumper, and Struth all got taken out. But very, very entertaining game nonetheless. And that's it, folks. That's 5 replays from Operation Gambit 7 vs 7 Tier 10 Clan Wars on the Asian server. I reckon by the time this video comes out, it's probably going to be pretty close to Christmas. So have a very Merry Christmas. Of course, have a safe one from me and everyone at 1AR. Make sure you look after yourselves. Enjoy the time with your family. And if you're ever thinking about something that you want to cheer up, just have a look at the result. 4,837 damage, stewiejp. Doesn't happen very often. I thought I'd slip that one in amongst the other ones that some of the lads from 1AR had set me. Even made credits. No, I didn't. Lost a few, but doesn't matter. Who cares? Top score on Tundra against Lancer. Geordie Pro nearly got saved. Hashtag save Geordie. It was all we thought. Well, I thought he would have been dead a long time before that, but a few pretty different replays. So have a very Merry Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed this 7 vs 7 video, and of course the Operation Gambit on the Asian server. Massive thanks to everyone at 1AR for having an awesome year and some pretty epic replays as well. Once again, thanks for watching. Take care. See you all next time, and have a very Merry Christmas.